Hello, welcome. It's a pleasure and a blessing for me to meet you once more. And I guess it's same for you. Let's say it's been a while. It's been a while. Like, when was the last video posted? On 24th. So I think it's been like 1 week, 1 week some days. Recently, I've been trying to do more work backstage than online. So at times you just need to walk in silence, and that's it. We have a lot of things to learn, a lot of crafts to get better at. So times it requires more work backstage. So first of all, I hope you had a good start of the month of November. Yeah, there's 1 month. We are left with 1 month for the year of 2025 to get finished. And I hope you're working towards those goals. I hope you're trying to do much work as possible to attain the goals by the end of 2025. I hope you're proud of yourself now. I hope you're grateful also, mostly, for being alive to see this year come to an end. And I hope you're just courageous enough, being prepared for 2026. I wish that to all of us. So this morning, as I was going through what I'm actually learning now, there is this code I saw again from one great Alex Hormozi. And I decided that we start the month of November with it. I know today is not the 1st of November, yeah, but it's still the start of the month, so I think it's better late than never. So just get connected with me as I go through the quotes, and after I will tell you what I think about the quotes and relate with your own point. It talks about our goals and dreams. Let's go. Yeah. Most people die from a lack of courage than a lack of talent. More dreams die from lack of focus than lack of talent. More dreams die from lack of toughness than lack of talent. Our dreams die not because of our lack of potential, but our lack of action despite it. You're right, you had it harder. You started with less. Bad things happened to you. But believing those things limits you, prevents you from becoming an example to everyone else like you. Be the one who had it worse, but still did it better. Just this morning, before I go deep into the code, I just got up this morning, and I was trying to record this video because it's been a week I haven't recorded. So I had a lot of difficulties this morning. I've been doing this thing for weeks now, every day, nearly every day, like 4 times a week. So after a week of not doing it, I got up this morning. I was trying to press the record, and I was unable to even find the balance between brightness and everything. So I asked myself, what if I stop doing these things for a month? How am I going to do? How am I going to, at what stage am I going to be? I've been doing it every day, and it was more like a habit for me to just turn on the camera and find a good balance between brightness and everything. And just a week I stopped, and it was very difficult to even get to start. like the introduction and everything, I started asking myself, how am I going to even present myself and so on. Then that brought me to think about like what we do with our dreams and goals. I know, like, just like me, I guess there are some goals, there are some dreams you had in the past and you never even thought of starting anything, you never even thought of taking action because you thought you lacked the potential of like even starting or taking action. And if you stay like that without even trying to begin anything for a year, what are you going to learn and where are you going to be? Are you going to move backwards or are you going to move forward? Like, I've been doing this thing for months and I was gradually improving, but just a week that I stopped and I'm seeing like I'm feeling the pressure when I'm talking to the mic. I'm feeling like the difficulties to find a balance. And now I just come to realize that doing these things doing this thing over and over, I was actually getting better at the thing. It's true, I usually said like in most of my videos, like do the things and you get better at them. But I really had it proof that if I keep on doing the things, I'm going to get better at. So that was just like an aside of like telling you how consistency matters, because most people think you get motivated and everything to realize your dreams. Yeah, but I think motivation just gives you like the spark and it just makes you like to start whatever you want to do. But consistency mostly makes you achieve your goals, achieve your dreams and everything. Coming back to what Hormozi says, like most dreams die from lack of courage than lack of talent. And the second one is like our dreams die not because of lack of potential but our lack of action despite it. That is those two things. If you lack the courage and you lack the will to take action, I think you won't even get started. That is most of our dreams and most of our goals even get stuck at that first point because we never start anything. We don't even, if you don't start, I don't know how to say, there is no hope of even achieving the goals if you don't start something. Like whatever the dream you have, whatever the things you're thinking about, like I think I talked about this in one of my videos. Whatever the dreams you have and whatever the goals you are having, no matter the time you find yourself, when you just think about that dream, the first thing you should do is to take action. And without that first part, there is no even second part. Like if you want to run a mile, the first thing is put on your shoes and get up on the start line. If you don't get to that point, there is no even way of trying to say, how can I improve my skills? How can I get better? How can I try? And most people don't even have the courage to say, yes, I have these dreams, I have these goals, I need to take action, I need to begin with this thing. And that's why for years I've not been doing what I'm doing now. That's why for years I've not been like using my library. I've not even had a library because I did not even like had the courage to take action. And just like me, I think there are so many other things you're thinking about doing and you're just saying to yourself like you will do that after, but just have the courage to take action. And that is the first part of any dream. Any dream come true because of a start. If there is no start, there is no middle, and if there's no middle, there's no end. So the first thing is that have the courage to just have that spark, pap, and take the action. Who knows what that can do for your journey? And the second thing he talks about is like most dreams die from lack of focus than lack of talent. Most people take action and after a while they get distracted and they move away. In this generation, I think we have more advantage in this generation because we have the internet, we have so many other things, but most of these things are working against us than working for us. Like before, if you were like doing something, working on your computer, and you get bored, what we usually did was like, or what was often to do, what was easier to do was like take up a book and start reading. But today it's very easy, like when you just feel a bit of boredom, just to scroll on the internet, and after hours and hours you're just scrolling on the internet. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm saying like we easily get distracted, and focus is becoming like it's so difficult for us to focus. Like there is this exercise I frequently do to practice with myself, like to say I need to study this number of hours away from my phone, and I keep having the temptation, like pick up that phone and just check the time, pick up that phone and just check if someone sent you a message, and so on and so forth. So the distraction becomes more and more, and most of us get ourselves distracted from even accomplishing our goals, and that happens mostly unconsciously. Like you're just saying, okay, I will do this for 5 minutes and I come back, and I'll do this for 10 minutes and I come back, and after hours you're there like doing what you were not aimed to do. So most people get distracted and they lose focus. But you don't have to be most people. You don't need to be most people. You just need to be more conscious about the things you're doing. I'm saying like I'm trying to put myself in a situation where I know what I'm doing actually, and when I know if I'm not doing something, like just to always be present in the mood. Like if you're doing something, you want to go in all and just do that thing. If you're not doing the thing, you don't do the thing. But you should not be like, I'm trying to do this thing, I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to do this thing, I'm doing it, and so on. So I'm trying like to put myself in a space where I really control myself, and I know when I'm taking an action and when I'm not taking that action. So that can also help like building up that consistency and building up that focus to keep you moving with your goals. And the next thing he talked about is like most dreams die from lack of toughness than lack of talent. This goes where most people are abandoned, because when you start moving something, when you start doing something new, at the start you're excited, you have all these people clapping, like saying, wow, that's good, you're beginning. And after a time, all those people move out, and now you'll find yourself alone. And it requires a lot of toughness to keep going. It requires a lot of strength to say, yes, I need to stay consistent and keep going. And that is where I think most people abandon, because just like me, so many times at that point I've stopped doing what I was doing. Like when I felt bored, and most of the time you're going to feel bored when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to create something, like you're trying to bring something into existence, you're going to feel bored, because like first you're doing the thing alone, and most people surrounding you don't believe on what you're doing. And secondly, you have little or no results to show to motivate you, because once the results start coming, at least that becomes like a pillar for you to stand on and to keep moving. But you have no results coming, you're putting in the work and there is nothing coming. But I think during those moments, like what I do now is when I start feeling bored, I try to change my attitude of thinking in hours, days, months, like to just say to myself, okay, what am I going to be like in 5 years, 10 years? Like looking at the long term and looking at what I'm trying to bring into existence, like how is this thing going to help me in 5 years, 10 years? And I think if you can just have that shift in mind, like the instant gratification, and just say to yourself like, how is this thing going to help me in 5 years, 10 years? And that makes you even feel more excited in the journey, and you feel like more pushed to keep on going, because once you start feeling bored, if you don't fight through that those feelings, I think I'm not sure you're going to continue with what you're planning to do. Like, most we are going to talk about that, but it happens. I don't know if there is a means like to avoid that, because once you find yourself alone and you getting up every morning to do the thing, you're going to the gym, you're reading those books, and you have, for example, no result to show, at one point in time you just ask yourself, like, is this even worthy? Shouldn't I just stop this thing and find something else? But just know, when you arrive that point, it means you're really in that journey. It means you're really doing something. You're really trying to create something that no one has ever done, and or maybe someone have done, but you're trying to do it your own way. And just know that it's normal for you to go through that stage. And that's why I mostly like listening to Alex Hormozi, because most of his journey, he went through these points, and there are so many things he left behind for us to learn, and that is it. So just accept that part will come, and when it comes, just look, okay, 5 years, 10 years, have that shift in mind, get away from the instant gratification and just look long term. And with time, everything becomes good. I believe in that. And most of the time, people are like complaining, I had a lot of hard times, I had it bad, this happened to me, that happened to me. As one of my mentors, also Jim Rohn, said, disappointments are not special gifts reserved for the poor. Disappointments are not special gifts reserved from the poor. If you had it bad, if you had disappointment, if you had so many problems, like he said, even the rich, even those people who you're looking up to, even those people who accomplished their goals, even those people who are that the media is talking so much about today, they also had disappointments in their own lives. They also had bad things that happened to them. But what happened is that they were the one who had it worst, but still did it better. So are you ready to be that one, like, who had no reason of even starting something, who had no reason of doing something, but still did it right? Are you ready to be that one, like, who is going through all the hardships, who is going through all the, like, the bad moments, the sad moments, those moments he don't even understand, but still did it, but is still doing the things? If you're ready to be that type of person, then I think if you keep on doing that for years, the world is going to reward you for that. But if you don't, like, if you're not ready to accept that, and if you keep on complaining about the things that come to you, and also, as I usually say, most things happen for us, but we think the things are happening to us. Like, most things happen to make you get something, to make you get better, and so on. But if you keep on staying in that moment of complaining always about everything that happens to you, you can lose everything that is happening for you. So that was just a reminder for us this morning, like, to say this journey is not going to be easy. First, I need to start. Second, I need to stay focused. And third, I need to know the bad moments are going to come, and I need to keep going and accept all my disappointment, accept all the hardships I'm going through, accept all the difficulties, and still show up despite all. Still show up despite all. So I hope your journey is moving well, and I hope you're gradually becoming better. Let's keep moving. Let's see ourselves in 2026, and in 5 years, 10 years from now, looking back at that self and be proud of ourselves for taking the action, for staying consistent, for moving upwards when we had no reason to keep on doing. I love you. I trust in you. I believe in you. And we're going to do this. Let's keep going. It's hard, but it's worthy. It's not supposed to be easy. And that's why not everyone is doing it. It's hard, but it's worthy. Love you. Take care. And I hope your journey is great. See you in the next video.